Today we have come again in this conference room to speak history to our Liberian people. Just as the administrative manager said a few weeks ago, a month, so to speak, I was extended an invitation to go to London to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I traveled on the 20th, and on the 21st, the program commenced, and not just that, I was inducted, I was placed on a panelist to discuss African hardness in terms of its economy. And at that stage, we spoke volume. I want to use this opportunity to present again this certificate of induction to the management of SEGAL. Reason being that I couldn't have done this alone. It is actually the management of SEGAL who has worked hard for such a trophy or an induction. Henceforth, Mr. Administrative Manager, I want to use this opportunity again to present to you this induction, this certificate of induction. As you receive it, the press is taking note. The press will also give it to the Liberian people, because this was an international stage that your Homo servants represented Liberia, the only Liberian representation. And we did not make you ashamed, we make you proud. We spoke relatively, and our points at the international organization or international stage were taken into high consideration. It's a good
Felicitated is not only for SEGAL, because that has transcended the national level and extended to the international level. So this honor is for the Liberian people. So I want to use the opportunity to present this to the Liberian people through the press, through the media. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I'm Julius, contact from KMTV. I'd like to personally congratulate you and your team for the hard work in putting Nigeria on the international scene. He stated you were part of the panelists and you struck some key points on that particular forum. Can you just kindly highlight a few from us?
Well, we're discussing why Africa as a continent that has so much resources, state Africa as it is in terms of economy. And some of the point we struck was the issue about we being sincere as African to ourselves. The kind of relationship we have built with other continents like Europe and America, the kind of contracts we have signed, most of the contracts hasn't been for the benefit of Africans. It has always been for the benefit of the European or the American or the Chinese. So we are trying to really look at our contracts, our relationships that is being signed. Most of these contracts that are signed are not benefiting Africa. So we are saying at the level of Africa, let's re-look at these contracts that are signed. We also look at our sincerity in terms of banking. We realize that Africans are not very good at giving back bank loans. We should begin to trust ourselves. When we take loans from banks, we should begin to give it back. We should begin to pay back our loan, because most African loans becomes bad debt. So many times for banks to give African loans, they would prefer giving it to the Chinese, the Indians, or the Europeans. So those are things that we discussed. I mean, it was a bulk. It was for 2 hours. Panelists is really interactive, but those are things that I pick up from the panelists.
Sorry, were there African countries?
Yes, it was Ghana, it was Nigeria, it was, in fact, the president for Uganda served as the keynote speaker. So it was across cut of African countries. There were Tanzania, there was Zimbabweans, there was Zambians. I mean, more than 17 African countries were represented. And I was the only one representing Liberia.
Yeah, my name is Vani Kumar. Again, I want to congratulate you for your induction into the African House of Leadership Fame. I want to know particularly when you said that your people try to reassess the relationship with African having with other great countries like China and America, which have subsequently benefited them more than Africa herself that has no resources. So what is your discussion focusing on? What are some of the things you decided that would be in your refocusing of the relationship with these great powers?
Well, we have to begin to empower our procurement officers. We have to empower our legal people. Because many a times these countries with these vast interests send well-experienced legal experts and procurement specialists to our people who are understood to be, inferior. So many a times they do not understand the legal implications of the procurement processes. They sign contract at the end of the day at the disadvantage of the country. So those are places we think our legal people need to be more inclined about contract arrangements, and our procurement people need to be more advanced if we have to benefit from these contracts.
We also talk about sincerity.
Sincerity, it was key, because if you borrow money from the bank in order to pay your business and you don't pay the bank back, and that brings about credibility issues, and you will not have the opportunity to get another money, to get another borrowing, and that will affect your business as African.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sorry. Just before I can pick you up, you will see that this magazine is the game changers.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
so
game
we
changers
wanted
with
you to
Africa. Yeah,
also hold the magazine
he will
again.
come to it,
Alright.
and you can see his photo in here.
Yeah, so
And then there are questions and answers here. We already produce it into flyers, which we'll be sharing with you for duty information. Okay.
the same way you displayed it.
He can
Yeah.
just say
And
it.
now the magazine again,
Yeah.
so it's necessary that we
Yeah,
get
sure.
into it.
Also,
When I received the award, I said this award has given me additional appetite to do more for my country, because this is just a beginning. We're not going to use this certificate to feel that we have done the best or we have reached our climax. No, this is just a beginning. It has given us the appetite to do more. So we will coordinate, we build networks with other African entrepreneurs, so that we can be able to make Africa as a continent better comes the next 5 years to come.